Welcome to another episode of Fate Podcast. I am here with Tori,
Yo,
Ethan,
What's up, guys?
and Fritz.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
And of course, I'm your host, Elijah.
And Tommy.
And Tommy, he's sleeping right now. I have no recommendations, but I'm going to tell you what I watched over the weekend. I watched Superfly.
And did you watch the first one?
I did not watch the first one. I didn't even know they had the first one, you know. It was an okay movie, you know. Of course, it's a black movie. Like the whole theater was black, but it was an okay movie. I ain't think nothing of it. It had some problems with the plot and story, and it wasn't that exciting. The you know, some of the characters you didn't, you know, connect with as much, and to be honest, it was kind of predictable. I had the free movie pass for so I went to go see it. So it's
makes sense.
You have to watch the first one.
Yeah, I will.
And then you'll understand why I'm so pissed that the remake just I don't know.
But you haven't watched the remake, right?
I'm not gonna bother watching it.
It's like, no, it's garbage.
Yeah, like
You watched the first one?
Yeah, the first one was
Okay.
like. All right, so was the remake about a pimp? Was he a pimp?
I mean,
He wasn't a pimp.
he wasn't. No, he wasn't. But he had two girls with him. Like
That makes you a
that.
pimp?
That,
Nah.
that
Right? Thank you.
Two girls on your own make you a pimp?
Then
and I'm gonna ruin the movie.
so
'cause
if there's two girls around me, I'm a pimp?
no,
Then I've been a pimp.
Nah, bro. Listen, he could be a pimp, but I guess he's not. But
I
he,
don't want to be a pimp.
He had two girls with him, and you know they had a threesome in the movie. Like, and all.
Are you a pimp?
So, yeah.
I guess Tori's a pimp.
JK.
Nah, man.
Okay.
You gotta watch the original Superfly, man.
I'll look it up.
The 1972 Superfly. You need to watch that.
It's
I'll
too
look it up.
old.
Oh, it's too old, but it's about
I know.
pimping. It's pimping.
Ethan, you probably watch movies
It's
older
past
than
my
that.
prime.
Did you like it at all?
No, it was okay. It was a decent movie. I went with Katrina, so
What does she think about it?
she.
I don't think she'd be impressed.
Yeah,
with that
she's
type
not
of film.
impressed. Yeah, she's not. It's not her type of movie like that. So it is what it is.
Would you watch it again?
Hell no. I want. Listen, the only reason I watch it because, like I said, I have the movie pass. I can watch any movie anytime. So I mean, you know, anyway, you have to support black movies, right?
No,
black films.
not. You have
I'm
to support
playing.
good black
Good.
movies.
I know.
Right? That's,
I know.
God, that's like watching the
It
horror
was-
movie filmology XXX.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah. I hated that.
It's like
It
watching
was so bad. The one with the ball.
something on BET. To be honest,
Mm.
like that's the feeling I got.
I guess I have a recommendation. I recommend this YouTube channel called Red Letter Media. They do something called The Best of the Worst. It's just a couple guys having a couple drinks, watching some B movies, and then afterwards discussing it. It's a pretty funny YouTube channel, and they also do something called Half in the Bag, where they sit down and talk about one or two movies and just talk about stuff.
I know what you're talking about. Half in the Bag.
I'm sure Alex probably recommended it.
No, Caleb sent me a link to them about when they talked about A Quiet Place and they talked about Truth or Dare.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
I like them. They're good. It's a nice way to get some weird movies that I don't think you'd see otherwise.
Is it okay if I recommend another podcast?
Not, bro. You can do anything on this podcast, bro. Like,
Yeah, we're not.
There's no limits, bro.
If it's a good show, bro, recommend it.
Because I thought, like, I don't want
For
to
real.
betray anybody.
Nah,
But
we're
No,
not sensitive over here.
I recommend the H3 podcast. Nah, I didn't.
Why
I
the
never
fuck are
really-
you talking about another podcast on our
Wait,
podcast?
I didn't mean.
Chris, that's what he just said.
It looked so shiny and nice.
unless they're gonna, you know, shout us back, bro. You feel me?
Oh, they don't know we even exist.
Yeah, right.
We a baby channel.
But I don't.
Yeah, we're growing, though,
never
bro.
really watched them until like one time. I was just super bored, and Bookie 2988 was on there. So like, I'll just make it background music. And then like I actually got into it, and there was some interesting things said there. I can never see Boogie the same way again. He's talked about his sex life, but there were some good points he had in there, and I thought, like, you know what, this made my day a bit better. So go check that out. And rest in peace, X. I don't know if you guys have heard the news, but that was pretty hard for me in the day I listened to it, heard about it. But his music on one side, X is a really confusing individual, but honest, and like his music did affect a lot of people, and either like no matter he had allegations on his name, but he was also a 20-year-old kid. He didn't really get to live out his full potential, and his music did affect people. He did try to do good things. He tried to turn his life around, and his music helped me in a way. Like, it touched me. It made me feel some type of way or think more than just like, oh, this is a hit song. I'm gonna put it on repeat and then forget about it later. So he did put an impact in the world, and I respect that. So rest in peace, X.
Hey, rest in peace, bro. I ain't know him that much. Actually, I don't know him.
I've never heard any of his music either.
Me either.
I saw him at Walmart a month ago.
You saw him in person?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you live in Boca?
He lives in Broward,
Broward.
and a few of our friends play football with him. Used to play football with them on the weekends and stuff. But I saw him at Walmart at like midnight or something. He had like 3 carts of groceries.
He was baking. He was baking like that, right? Or like a little bit.
He was what?
Banking. He had money like that.
Yeah, he had money. Of course.
Okay. I don't know, bro.
One show I'd like to recommend is called Queen of the South. It's about this. The main character, her name's Teresa. She flees to Mexico after her drug runner boyfriend is murdered. Then she settles in Dallas, and she looks to become the country's reigning drug smuggler, and to avenge her lover's murder. Pretty cool. I like it. It's on Netflix. Check it out. I think the 2nd season's out right now on Netflix.
Interesting.
The lead character is Alice Braga. Beautiful woman. beautiful Hispanic woman.
You say she's a lead?
Yeah, she's the lead.
Okay, Queen of the South.
Pretty good acting, man. Pretty good acting.
Is it Netflix original or is this something on
Netflix? It's aired on USA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is on Netflix.
All right, if y'all like these recommendations, go check it out. But today's topic is it's an old show. It's been out for a while. We're gonna do Black Mirror, but we're gonna do Black Mirror season 1. And Black Mirror, have a place in my heart because it's one of the best shows ever written, in my opinion. And we're gonna just hop into episode 1 right now. And episode 1 is what?
The national anthem.
And it's about Prime Minister Michael Caldwell, who faced a shocking dilemma when Princess Susanna, a much-loved member of the royal family, is kidnapped. So, guys, after watching episode 1, like, how do you feel about the episode?
For one, the episode made me feel really disgusted with how people then treated the prime minister after he had to commit the act. Like,
what is the act, Tori?
Yeah.
Wait,
hold on. And we're not gonna. Hopefully, you guys, the fans watch Black Mirror because it's been out for a while. So we're not gonna discuss like everything that happened. We're just gonna discuss certain parts and whatnot. But go ahead, Tori.
The act is having sex with a pig on live television. And, as terrible as an act of bestiality, like, as it is, he was doing it because he's like, I have to save this girl's life. And they're like, well, if you try to treat us out and have us like an actor having sex with this pig, we'll just kill her.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think that's really unfair that they judged him for sleeping with this pig when he was just forced into this corner.
I don't think they judged it. What? Okay, I think they did judge him, but not as much as his wife did.
Yeah, I mean, like, his wife really hated him for it.
Which is like, I never got, because like, yeah, he was put in a situation. I know, like, they set the daughter free, like, way before he even did the act.
Yeah,
they did it all just to like create this whole. Yeah,
well, he did it. He did it. It was just one person who did it.
Yeah, but go ahead.
But like, I don't know why she would. oh, I can't see my husband the same way he did to save your daughter. I don't get
it wasn't their daughter.
It wasn't
No,
their daughter.
she wasn't related
She was
to
the
them.
princess, though. She was the princess of
She
royal
was a
family.
princess. Yeah.
So that's why, like, you know.
But still, like, you try to do it for a good reason. You didn't just see a pig and like, you know what, honey, I really.
She like, I got that hots for that pig.
Man.
She didn't catch him in the bedroom
Ethan.
with a pig.
Check this out. You have to remember the details, man, because he had sex with the pig for an hour on live TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine he's probably in the bedroom, you know, lasting about 2 minutes, but you lasted an hour.
Listen, he only lasted an hour because like he couldn't come because why would you come because of that?
Hey, bro,
I know there was porn. He was watching porn, like because there was monitors in front of the pig and stuff like that. But still, like if you all came after doing that, there was something wrong with you. I'm just saying, like.
But like going for that duration, doesn't that say something too?
I
Commitment.
I don't know.
You're trying to save a life. That's what it's saying.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't even think. I think he's just. I need to do this to save a life. I don't think there was any. Oh, I enjoyed this or anything else.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like with the wife. You know, she could have been like, "Yo, you were having sex with this pig for an hour on live TV
to save a life." I don't know. That's all it was.
Man, I can't get past that hour.
Listen, I think, and with they don't know exactly who did it because the show ended. But I think he wanted more than just to humiliate the prime minister. I think he also wanted to show that like how people react to stuff like this and how like
it was an author who set up demands.
Okay. Well, like it was like he wanted not just the prime minister to be humiliated on national television. He wanted the world to see how easy it is to manipulate someone when they believe a life is on the line, and like how easy it is to fake that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because way before he had sex with the pig, as Ethan was saying, like they were like she was released and
she was like on the streets and no one was there.
Yeah.
No one didn't find her till an hour later.
I think like two guards came and
because everybody else was watching this and
everybody was watching.
That was the main event.
Yeah. So that shows you how society is like really you gonna watch something like this?
Yeah. At first they weren't for it, and then the fake cut off of the finger swayed everybody to tell them, "Hey, you should save the life. You should save the life."
Yeah, you should save the life by sleeping with the pig.
Yeah.
No, but would you guys watch something like that knowing that like
that to me is disgusting. I could not watch that in good conscience.
No, but it's funny how like half the people over there was like, "No, I'm not gonna watch." But when they watched it, they like turned their head and were disgusted by it. But they continued watching it.
For something as horrific like that, like you see horrifying things like that, and a lot of people just can't turn away. Like once you see it, it's like ingrained in your mind.
Or people are just desensitized at that.
Or it's desensitizing. To it.
Yeah, it's very desensitizing. Like it kind of reflects on what happened in our past. Like with the shootings of a few African Americans, those are publicized. It's for the world to see.
Mm-hmm.
We see people like literally die right there on our screens,
and it's horrible. Like we shouldn't be desensitized to something as tragic as mass shootings, or the fact that we are taking like all these lives. Like it's not fair that we are promoting this on TV and like not doing anything about it. We're just talking about it.
Yeah.
But how was since this is the first episode of Black Mirror, how was this a good opening for the show?
Hell yeah.
It definitely set the tone for what the rest of the show was going to be like.
Yeah.
It got people because like I'm sure like the general like audience member would be like, "Oh man, this show is crazy. I can't wait for the next one." But it gives you a taste of, oh, this show can get messed up sometimes, but it doesn't, because further on it starts to get mental when you start thinking about the subject matter. It's more than just, this is more of like here's a little treat. It tastes great, but then when you go later on into the series, you get to see all the details of this great meal.
I mean, I wouldn't use a great food course analogy to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It
I don't know why it
definitely
came out.
it's definitely like biting into a lemon. It's not something that is easily enjoyed.
Well, wait, just Black Mirror?
Yeah, like the episode.
Oh,
Like a Black
yeah,
Mirror.
yeah.
Oh,
I get
this
what you mean,
episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was not something that most people could be like, yeah, this was a great episode, guys. We watched a guy have sex with a pig and got his whole life ruined.
If you like shock value, like, whoa, that was
Shock value.
insane.
Yeah.
Because like I can understand someone's like, this show was weird.
See,
Turn off.
I like the meaning of the show more than like the him having the sex with the pig because, like I said, like
The craziness kind of got
Yeah,
me. I was like, wow, this
like
is insane.
the whole people came to watch this. Like they didn't really care about the prime minister or the princess. They just wanted to see him f the pig, and that's what people think about all the time. Or that's
But, like,
where their hearts is.
Isn't that like the way we see like some celebrities are famous or like are politicians up there? Like we don't really see them as human.
Yeah, like we kind of dehumanize them when their status is above ours.
Mhm.
So for some people, yeah, they're like, let's just watch the prime minister ruin himself this way. Because some people are they think it's funny when those who are in power have lots of money and things like that be put into a position where they have to be lower than
Nope,
themselves.
exactly.
They don't
No,
see
I
them
agree.
as
I
people.
agree.
Though, like I'm
I
sure,
agree.
like if this was like if the episode were to go on or like we were in the world of that episode, they would use it against him, like make
Oh, yeah,
like
definitely.
political cartoons of him having sex with a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told them not to record it, but people did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Don't you
it'd
guys
be on
think,
the internet forever.
don't you guys think it was funny that, like when he was out with his wife, the prime minister was out with his wife, they were all perfect in the public's eye, but once they got home, the story was completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And I can sorry.
Go ahead.
Like that I think is a very good depiction of how we see celebrities or
Yeah.
political leaders, is that they put on a face for
Mhm.
the world to see, but we never truly see what goes on behind closed doors.
Didn't they have like a conversation about him having sex with the pig or what was going on with the princess?
At the end,
Yeah, they threatened his family and stuff like that because like
No, I'm talking about the prime minister and his wife.
Yeah, they talked about it.
she really didn't want him to do it,
And that's why
Like,
she's mad at him.
yeah,
Because she
and-
didn't want him to do it because she's like, don't lower yourself for a terrorist.
Yeah.
Like we don't negotiate with terrorism.
Yep.
But but the only reason he did because they threatened his family. The royal family threatened his family. So, I mean, I still wouldn't have done. I'm like, okay, kill me, bro. Like, I don't care.
What if they try to kill your family?
Well, we all gonna die today, then, bro.
Well, because I think why his wife was so angry, even though, he did this to save a life, is she's like, you lowered yourself. You became a coward in the eyes of the nation.
Yeah.
Instead of dying like a hero, trying to find any other solution than having sex with a pig.
Mm-hmm. No, I wouldn't have done it, bro.
that thinking is dumb.
Like, I mean,
But I mean, granted, you'll never know unless you get put in the position. But still, bro, like,
Yeah.
That's-
Well, would you guys have done it? Would you guys have sex with a pig to save a prince or a princess?
someone I
If it was
nah,
someone
bro.
if it was someone I didn't know, then no.
maybe my wife. That's it. But like, if it's like someone else, I'm like, sorry, bro.
What if your wife told you, "Hey, you should
Let me die.
let me die. Now I can't see you for who you are anymore."
And my wife said, let me die. I'm like, all right, see you in heaven when I die. So that's it. That's it.
So you're struggling. What's going on? So what's going on in the head of yours?
it's such a hard thing to be like, well, you're saving a life by having sex with this pig. And I mean, it's not like you were be gung ho to do this kind of thing. And
Hey, there's certain things I just wouldn't do.
yeah,
And
like
there's certain things
they're
I
just
would die
lines that you
for.
can never cross.
Exactly. There's certain things I would die for. There's certain things that I'll let my family die or anything, if anybody threatened me with them, it's just there's certain things I wouldn't do. Have sex with a pig, yeah, it depends.
That's a gray area.
Yeah, that's a gray area. But like with another dude, you kill me, kill my family. I'm just not doing.
I'd rather have sex with another dude than a pig.
Oh hell no! Kill me, kill me.
At
That's
least
what
I
I'm
know
saying.
where the person's coming from.
No, bro, kill me.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, kill me.
Ethan,
Wow.
explain that.
Kill me and my family. That's it.
I would not do a pig.
Well, why another? All right, explain your answer.
Explain your reasoning.
Yeah.
Because this is a human being, and the other one is an animal, and I don't know. Like, at least I can like having sex with a human. I know how that works. I don't know how like it works with an animal.
Same way. What are you talking
I mean,
about?
like
Up in the butt, dog.
Elisha, you talk like you've been there before.
You've been looking?
Hey, animals have butts too, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
I pet their butts. I give them butt rubs like my
Yeah.
dog. I won't go in there. Tommy will never see me the same way.
Oh man.
Now, this episode shows you like how far would you go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely pushes the limit of how far would you go to save a life,
Mm-hmm.
even if it means ruining your reputation in the process.
He kind of ruined his reputation, but he kind of didn't because like after he did, his polls went up. So like, for the election, so
Your reputation doesn't matter. It's all fake.
But I mean, it was like a superficial status after that because
Yeah.
everybody knew. They're like, oh yeah, he's such a great guy because he's a hero.
yeah.
But
Is he though?
is he really a hero for ruining everything else in his life?
Now that's what people gonna remember you by.
It takes a sacrifice in any
It
decision.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you do, bro. People gonna remember, hey, you effed the pig, bro.
Yeah,
It's going to be a
because,
YouTube highlight.
because he showed himself after that incident as this amazing person, as though to cover up the fact that he had sex with a pig, which was his lowest moment in life. And people will always remember you for your lows rather than your highs.
Exactly.
Man.
Mm.
It was just a hard episode to watch.
On to the next episode, guys.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So the next episode is 15 million merits. And the log line is after failing to impress the judges on a singing competition show, a woman must either perform degrading acts or return to a sex life existence.
Slave-like
Sta-
existence.
But how you guys think about this
That episode? It's the one where everyone's biking in front of the TVs, right?
Yeah.
And playing games.
Yeah.
That episode scared me a lot because it shows you that it could be a possibility in the future that people like they would just check themselves in to bike and then they're like, well, I have enough points, so I'm going to get onto this show and see if I can change my life. And they're like, well, you weren't really that good at what you thought you were good at, but you could definitely become a sex model. Like, that's really wrong.
I think it's also crazy how we made everything into like a game type of
Yeah, like everything
living.
was gamified.
and like that's kind of what we're doing now. Like we're making things seem like a game so we can be more approachable for people. But like imagine when we take it to the max.
Because I feel like we can gamify some things, but when do we take gamification too far?
And 15 million merits show that. Like you have to like I gotta grind to get all these points so I can
So I can buy stuff.
buy stuff or let
or
me
like buy things for your avatar, which
Yeah.
essentially is meaningless because you're not even upgrading yourself. You're upgrading a digital avatar.
and that's their life now. Like we're people are focused on that like with Fortnite or other games, but like imagine when that's just the forefront of your life.
Yeah, like people meet your avatar.
That's
and
what you're
all
looking
they see.
forward to. I can't wait to get so many points so I can finally get this scarf for my avatar.
Like what I
So I can
thought.
get some amazing comments or
Yeah,
something.
what triggered in my mind was like the bicycles. When I saw the bicycles and them watching TV and riding the bike, I thought it might have been an analogy for like the cycle of life and the cycle of work life. You know,
I didn't
like
think of that.
Yeah.
how we, it's the constant circle or a
That it's
constant
just
cycle.
Yeah.
It's the daily grind
Yeah.
that we're just
Exactly.
sitting
That-
there and we're repeating the
Yeah.
same thing
bro.
every
Over
day
every
For
single
something
day.
meaningless.
Yeah.
Exactly.
for such a menial thing.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the people like the janitors of this episode, like the people who are overweight?
Oh yeah, because like you're too fat, so you instantly become a janitor. Like all of a sudden, your position is taken away from you. Like
Huh.
you're
And
not,
you're humiliated because
Yeah,
like, this
Yeah,
game
you
show is
shamed
just-
and people
yeah.
make fun of you,
yeah, like
which-
you're not good enough.
which connects to today because when you're fat in today's world, people shame you and you can't do as much as other people. You know?
Almost like a status thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because if you noticed, almost everybody in the room that was cycling was all in shape. They were all
Mhm.
like healthy, good-looking people. And then when you saw like the janitors and stuff, they were overweight people, and people would make fun of them, or they would shove food down their throat, or just make their lives miserable. And and it's sad that it happens in today's society as well. So
Yeah. Bing. There you go. Bing is the main character in the show. How you feel about the gesture he made about giving his 15 million merits to the Amy?
that like as sweet and as kind as a gesture as that was, he really did kind of throw away his own opportunity to give her an opportunity to get away from this. And like him knowing that he would never get any kind of return or gratitude back from her. Like if she made it, she would be gone forever. And like he had no more.
But that's what he wanted. He wanted someone to
But
become free.
I could see where Tori's coming from, but the way I saw it, like this is something like for a long time I actually care about.
Yeah.
Something that's more than just
More than just
Avatar, more than just these ads. Something I care about, something so precious to me, which I haven't had in a long time. So the crazy things I'll do to make sure that this person has a better life, I'll do it. I'll spend all my 15 million merits. Or 50, yeah. And as I could agree it's wasn't the smartest choice, but I could definitely understand where he's coming from.
No, I can see it as well, that like he made the choice being like, I care about you and I want you to succeed and I don't want you to stay here. He's like, I want you to go out and make something of yourself.
Yeah.
And because he saw a passion in her that he saw in no one else around him.
Yeah. He knew the ins and outs of everything too. Like when he got the green apple, or did he learn that from someone?
Yeah, he learned that, like how to get the food out of the machines and stuff.
Yeah, he learned that.
Which he used to impress, which is funny.
But like with Amy singing the competition, her not being the next pop star or whatnot, she had to degrade herself to being a sex slave. Like how did that hit you? Like
It was sad. Like it shows you, even if you think like you may be really good at something, but if it isn't good enough in the eyes of the authority, you have to push yourself lower.
I just hate the fact that they have to assign you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not fair. Like I don't know, it was just disgusting that they're like, well, you're not going to be a pop star, but if you do have a nice innocent look about you, you could come on into our new show like Hot Wilder Babes. And you're like,
But
that's
it's funny.
wrong.
And like the
That's
crowd's cheering at everything. You kind of really don't know. You don't have time to really think.
Yeah, process it.
Yeah.
I think, and especially in that world, I think the men rule over that world because the lady judge, she wanted her to go to be a pop star. Well, the way she looked and like you can see that she really liked her voice, but the men was just like, oh no, you have a good voice, but you'll be in line with this.
But your
instead.
body's much better.
Exactly.
Kind of thing.
So kind of tells you where the lady lies in that world. So it's crazy.
Well, and then at the end when Bing was like, if you don't let her go, like get out of here, then I'll just kill myself. And they're just like, that was really awe-inspiring.
Because like that was like his whole like up or held back about this whole society he just released right then, and like in a beautiful moment of passion, and they just put in a nice package and bow and say, here's our new product.
Yeah, and like at the end of the episode where, he had a beautiful house and he had all this money
Had a nice view.
and had a beautiful view, he realized that what was it all for? He's like, he looks at himself and he's not happy. He doesn't love what he's doing. He hates it. He's like, I traded one daily cycle to another one.
Oh my God, that hit me hard. that was like, whoa.
You think he's gonna actually
that
kill
was
himself,
good.
though? So like sooner or later,
I think he might.
he got glass, so he could.
That he puts in like a pretty case.
Yeah, that he puts in a velvet case, and like the fact that they're like other people's avatars could now buy that glass as like this symbol of, oh yeah, I totally agree with Bing says. Look at my new accessory of this giant shard of glass. Like, do you really believe it, or are you just following the trend?
And one thing that sparked with me was, it kind of touched on capitalism, how the insane things could make, or even the dumbest things, or the most horror things can make anybody famous. Mental illness. You could be famous off mental illness. You could be famous off. You could get famous off suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Rappers, artists, musicians. They sit here and write all these lyrics, whether dark or whether light. People still cheer it on. People don't know what they're cheering for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, that people were just following the trends.
Yeah,
they're just a herd of sheep, not really knowing what they're listening or following.
And the craziest part, one of the crazy parts during the episode where he's in his room and he wasted all his money so he can't skip the ad, and Amy came on, that trailer of her having sex with some dude, and he can't skip it. And when you close your eyes,
it stops.
It pauses. It stops it, and you have to watch it. That's so sad, bro.
And that, I feel like for Bing, that hurt him even more.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I tried to do something good, and look what that got me. My good intention ended up with somebody now being a sex slave who is now essentially more dehumanized than they were before.
Yeah.
I don't know. How you like this episode compared to the first one, the national anthem? You think it was better or worse?
I found it better than the national anthem. I think the way that they handled the subject matter, I feel like, as terrible as a lot of those things were, it felt like more real and something more that I could relate on than what happened in the national anthem.
There was a lot more to this one than the national anthem, really. That could be said.
Yeah.
So I like this one more than national anthem.
For the meaning.
Yeah. It's my least favorite episode, kind of, in terms of all of Black Mirror. But season 1, better than national anthem.
Definitely.
What about you, Elijah?
Yeah, I like this episode. And
you like this episode more than
I like this. I like this episode more than national anthem because, like, it, to be honest, it was more deeper, and I like the character from Get Out, so he was a good character. And you try to do something nice, and sometimes it doesn't always work. Compared to the national anthem, it was like there was nothing good about that.
There was no way he was going to get out of that.
Yeah, and I don't know how that world works, but I think like basically they're all slaves and have to work on one assignment. I don't know, but I love this episode. Well, I like it better than the national anthem. Yeah. How about you?
The fact I rewatched before we started the show. I rewatched the national anthem, and I kind of like the national anthem better than what's this episode?
50 million watts?
50 million merits.
The only reason why is because the whole ransom thing. Anything could be ransom. Celebrities and their mistresses, or presidents and their mistresses, or anything.
Did you like the stakes more? Like it had higher stakes?
Yeah, and the fact that the whole YouTube and the social media aspect and the public opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That drew me to that episode because it's what's going on nowadays. But I like the first episode better.
Okay.
Just by revisiting it and watching it again.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to episode 3. called The Entire History of You.
Oh boy.
The
remember
log
this
line is,
episode.
in the near future, everyone has access to a memory implant that records everything humans do, see, or hear. So the main character is Liam, and he thinks his wife is cheating on him with another dude, but finds out she actually did and stuff like that. How do you feel about this episode? Well, for me, like, it hit me the most because, like, back before I was with my wife, I had trust issues with females. So like the way, like, his wife heard him like that, it touched me in so many ways.
Oh boy. The entire history of you was more frightening and more real than I think I ever would have like initially thought of in the first place, because when is it now that like you can recall a memory and look at it fondly? Now you can instantly replay it in front of your eyes and be like reminded either how horrible or like what it felt like in that moment.
Or you can replay it in front of people.
Yeah, you can replay it in front of other people. Like, sometimes memories should never be like shared like that. Sometimes there are really close memories, and then what if somebody probes into them and sees those things? You're like, that was never meant for you to be there. Like, you shouldn't have been there.
Ethan?
Because I don't think it's fair that
no,
they're
Ethan,
public
go
access.
I think it's crazy, and I know if that technology was out there, I know a lot of people would do the same thing this guy did, because I feel like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people, like, if they have the ability to see people's like memories, they could see like, oh, who is she with, or who is he with, or like they'll see memories instead of like, oh, this was fun and nice, or as like, oh, let me watch this again so I can see closely, like, to find evidence instead of just
Yeah, like, that's scary. Like how people are like pretty much looking into your memories as though they're public record. Like,
oh my, you have to be afraid of what you do now.
But aren't memories public?
You have to make sure of what you remember.
Yeah, I like that you said that, Ethan. I think memories should be public record.
Yeah, it should. But the thing is, like, they can lie to you as well, though.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Memories are can be as distorted by the views of the person.
That's why, if they ask you for eyewitness, if there's 3 different eyewitnesses, you got 3 different perspectives.
Exactly.
Well, you have 3 different perspectives and 3 people who don't remember the account all the same way.
I don't think we should go that far. I understand where you're coming from, and like it could be used. I see where you're coming from, like how we could use it in the right way. But I feel like that's a line.
But I feel like
cross.
a lot of people would abuse it.
Of course.
Oh, definitely. Didn't they couple like while they were sleeping, or like they were just replaying the moment they had sex?
Yeah, like
that's just
to like get off on it.
Yeah,
and like it was just
that was weird. Like, why would y'all both replay?
Because it feels good, but at the same time, it takes those memories that could be special and turns it to something else.
You think
like you become desensitized?
People
to
would
it.
do if someone had this one amazing memory, like, oh, I got laid this one night and it was amazing. They would replay it for the rest of their night.
Ever had sex.
And they would replay it and never move on.
Yep.
They would replay that one moment forever, stuck in time.
In this episode, it wasn't Liam laying next to his wife, and they were both recording their time having sex, or only Liam was recording?
Both of them.
I think both of them, and then when they fell asleep, that's what they were. You could say they were asleep, or they were just watching it.
Oh, okay. Not because I don't and that's I don't get that, because y'all right next to each other says have sex.
It's just about the feeling. It's why make new memories and I could just replay the good ones,
right? You're like, why go through the trouble of getting all this started when I could just sit down and remember the first time we had it?
I had an amazing grad
bash.
I had an amazing grad bash in high school, and I always tell people I wish I could have a time machine so I can go back to that, because that was honestly one of the best moments of my entire life. But if I had, I was able to make better moments, shattered shields, meeting you guys, meeting Tori. It was great. And or I could have just been in my room, turn off the lights, just
And
replay the memory of
Grad Bash.
when I was at Grad Bash.
Yeah. I think no matter
It'd
what,
be hard for people to move on.
I think no matter, you guys brought up the point of, if this technology did come, people would be manipulating it. But think about it. Even if we're not giving it today, and we're still manipulating things to the way we want them. Like I personally like this technology because the fact that you can rewind things and watch it, body language, your intuition. I love seeing that, and that's what our main character, what's his name? Liam, our main character,
was doing.
Liam.
In the beginning, he was.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
No, in the beginning, he was at an interview, and he was like, talking to the people and stuff like that. When you left and got into the taxi, he played the whole interview several times, and he saw the body language that they were giving. He was like, "Damn, I'm probably not going to get the job," and stuff like that. So that's helpful,
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Yeah, another thing is in relationships as well, where I know we've encountered this when we're arguing in relationships. I never said that. I never said this. You're putting words in my mouth. You're putting words in my life. Stop lying. I don't remember this. I don't remember that. I like that he could, or they have the technology where they could rewind it and play it back to one another. Hey, you said this. I'm not putting words in your mouth.
Exactly.
You're lying. This is what you said. I have it saved on this date. I like that. So there's no room for lying or power or manipulation. It's just the truth.
But it's like that. Like, but then you have to really keep monitoring.
You're walking a really fine line of whether or not you're like, it's not manipulation. This is what you said.
For real.
You can't.
But that's the truth.
You
though.
can't live life like you can't live life comfortably anymore.
Oh, I'm comfortable with the truth.
Anything you say.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with the truth though.
And I know, like one little tiny argument, like you could just like say, like Tori and I are arguing. She says Oreos are better one day, but then the next day she says Chips Ahoy are better, and I just pull it up. She say, haha, you got me there. But then it's just gonna get worse because what if I keep doing that every single time?
Yeah, like,
I have to prove someone wrong.
What if he for some reason we get into a really, really serious argument, and then he's gonna start pulling up all these little things to be like, well, this is why you're wrong, and this is why you're a terrible person.
And like, if I want to get back at someone, I can, all those private moments we had, I could just play them out for everyone to see and just show them a side that they kind of don't want to be seen to people. Yeah, it's the truth, but that's also hurtful.
It's hurtful to an extent. I have this body language book, and it states that like in a conversation, like say Ethan and I were to have a conversation. It says within that conversation, we lied to each other 6 times without even knowing it.
Oh, rip.
Off rip.
Really?
And off rip. People lie about like the littlest things.
No, they do. No, I believe
and,
it.
Like I just admire this technology. I'm not saying to
it's cool to admire because it's interesting, but like
it's a very interesting concept, but in practice, people abuse it.
No, here's the thing.
That's the first thing I think, come to sometimes.
Think this all the Black Mirror episodes, this technology is the best, and it will work better than most. Here's the thing about people sharing information.
Out of all Black Mirror, it's the best.
It's one of the best. I'll tell you. Useful.
You see what Ethan just did there?
It will. I think it got more pros than cons compared to the other technology that Black Mirror have. And one by allowing other people to see your memory and whatnot. You say, okay, that's invasion of privacy, but we do it today, even though we don't have that social media, cell phones. If you have bad relationship, you send out a sex send out the sex video you and your girlfriend had or something like that to get back on her. So we do it anyway.
That is true.
This is true. This technology is not going to make it worse. And the fact that you recalling your memory, we do that all the time. Like when people are always stuck in the past. If you break up with a girlfriend or boyfriend, you stay stuck in we had good times, this and that. You do that anyway. So like this technology will not make it worse, or it wouldn't. to be honest, it'll make it probably a little bit better in my opinion.
Yeah, and some people are better liars than others.
Mhm.
I would want to, hey, something's not feeling right. Something's not feeling right there. Just like Liam and his wife, you know, something's not feeling. The fact that he had to play back, something was bothering him.
Exactly.
He had to play back, look at the body language, like it. I just liked it. The fact that he she constantly kept on lying to him.
Like, and that's, I hate people that lie. I'm sorry.
Lie on top of lie. It was a week ago. Oh, it was 6 months ago. We were together 6 months. Then
it was a fling.
Yeah, it was a fling.
It hurt me that at the end of the day he found out it was right. Like he was right. Like
In a terrible way.
yeah, because it's just like I can imagine being in his shoes and just feel like because no one wins.
No one wins.
Of
in
course.
that
No one
situation.
wins.
Of course.
Like I'd be destroyed.
And that will lie get you. Like when you lie, you're gonna have to keep on lying to, you know, hopefully try to hide it. But unfortunately, the truth comes out, man.
At least he knows, so he can move on with his life. Why do you guys think that he took?
That's true.
Why do you guys think he took out the device at the end of the
implant?
Yeah,
Because he was tired of, I don't know, I guess he didn't want the memory anymore, or to keep on looking back. I'm not sure. Like,
For me, I think it was a symbolism of he was tired of looking back.
mhm.
Like he would replay the moments and remember that he loved his wife, but then he also remembered that she's a cheating whore. And then I think it's also a time where he's like, you know what? I need to start looking forward. I need
Yep.
to start paying attention and remembering things without this stupid rice grain in my brain.
I just saw it as like, look how far I went just to get this result.
Just to prove
I don't want to
something.
do this anymore. Just took it out.
but he didn't have the option to delete it. You know, when they were having
True
dinner, there was a woman, the one that what's the guy's name? The boyfriend, the side guy, Jonas.
Yeah, Jonas.
The woman that slept over Jonas's house.
yeah.
I believe her name was Colleen.
Yeah.
Maybe
I think
The
so.
one that didn't have the device in there.
the one
she
that
took
did,
the device
yes,
out.
yeah, the one that didn't have the device out. She's like, oh, I feel better without it.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Liam took it out because of that, because you know he didn't want to keep records anymore.
And
And I can see that.
I also think like, well, one of the cons would be like you always gonna be paranoid. Well, because Liam was paranoid all the time, but he had a good reason to be paranoid because this woman can keep on lying to him. You feel
Yeah,
me?
he said he's
You
been
can't
trying to
live
find.
life paranoid.
But you can't live
But he
like
wasn't.
a paranoid maniac.
But he wasn't living like that.
But that machine, that thing
That
will
machine
make you
would make
paranoid.
Yeah,
more
yeah,
people
but
paranoid.
okay, listen. If he was wrong, then okay, it's the machine's fault. But he was right. So
okay.
a win for the machine.
Okay,
If
but
that-
that doesn't change the fact that he was paranoid way before.
That'll just
he had this
increase
affair.
his trust issues with even more. Not, I feel like if he kept it on that, it would go far with just his trust issues
I
with
don't-
women, but just with people.
people
I
in
don't.
general.
I don't even
Like I'm
call
with
it-
Tori. I have to see a record of everything. I have to see like videos of the memories. Like, you know what? Tori did take that last stone. I can't believe it.
You
I
know?
knew it.
And then he's like, "Screw you," and I'm like, "You know what? To hell with this."
but
Like, that's not fair.
but like I said, we think about that all the time on.
We're
a daily,
paranoid
like,
with or without the machine.
yeah, exactly. We think about damn. I remember
Is she
when
lying
you-
to
when
me?
when you see
Is he
someone
lying
walk
to
down the street that did you wrong, you bet, oh my God, he did me wrong. I still remember when he did me wrong.
I don't
So
think the machine will
like-
even help it though.
it doesn't help, but you have a visual now and you know all the details, or in their memory, you can remember like vaguely what happens and stuff like that. So
Yeah, you get to remember exactly, but the machine does help. You know,
Yeah.
there's a reason why. There's a reason why athletes they record themselves practicing,
mhm.
so they could correct what they did wrong. There's a reason why FBI agents like they go back and monitor the cameras in the crime scene to see what happened. There's a reason why they study sociology and people and human behavior, like stuff like that. It doesn't lie. Like there's an advantage to the machine where it can make us better human beings, because there was a point in time where we were able to read body language without hesitating, but it's like a lost art now.
And will it be helpful with crime? Like if you kill somebody and you can't, like there's no cameras or whatnot, they have the memory that you kill somebody.
Or this whole rape stuff going on in Hollywood now.
Yeah, exactly. They have the memory. So it's like, he sexually assaulted me, and the guy was like, "No, I didn't." Okay, let's look to both memories.
Boom.
Find the details and find out who's innocent, who's guilty. So it'll help out a lot.
I mean, I understand in the criminal aspect how looking into memories is helpful, but I think for the common people who are not, in those kinds of situations, is that really fair to be like, you're now all your memories is in this cloud. Now it's all public record. If anybody could find a frequency to tap into that, anyone can read your memories.
Anyone can hack it too.
I'm okay with that because
me too.
Yeah, because of the truth. I'm okay with that because
I'm like,
I want to know what's going on in this world. If people are coming out, hey, this dude or this woman harassed me or something like that, I would want to know.
And I know you want to keep some of the memories you want to keep private.
Yeah. You could delete them, can't you?
Yeah, you can delete them, but I think for like
I have to delete them just to keep them private.
But I think, well, I don't know. You can delete them and stuff like that. Cause he told Jonas to delete them.
Yeah,
but that's the solution. If I want to keep a memory private, I have to delete it.
Yeah.
Oh, like no, keep it private. You want to keep You want to keep a private memory for yourself, so nobody could see it, right, Ethan?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking?
But that's the thing.
You still have the memory in your mind. You
still delete
the video.
But look at that. I can't just have a private memory. Like, oh snap! I want to keep that private. I gotta delete this. I gotta delete that.
But
the thing is,
but the thing about technology, and basically the internet. Once you put it out there, it's for public. It's not private anymore. Unless you really want it to be private, you're gonna have to leave it in your brain, bro. That's it. Once you put it out there, it's out there.
I don't know. This whole episode just made me grit my teeth and just
bro,
be like,
this is one of my favorite episodes, bro, of like all Black Mirror.
Well, why did it make you hurt your teeth?
I just don't like the fact that people are just like, let me take anything you've ever said or done, hold it in front of you, and show it to everyone, and be like, well,
you lying bitch.
Now you saw everything about this person. Make your judgment. And it's just like, I don't know. Memories are unfair sometimes.
Because it's the truth. but it also
it's not always the truth.
Yeah, it's not always the truth because it depends how you read the memory.
It depends on like perception
and
how the person views the world. But like, I don't know. There's something about the fact that we can look into other people's memories and play them out as though they're a show, they're entertainment for other people.
You have an option to play it out.
You have an option to play it out, but if you don't play it, then people are going to socially berate you.
Damn if I do, damn if I don't.
It's going to just be the norm to just show you memories. And if you're that one person in the group who just doesn't, like, oh, come on, you have something to hide?
Damn if I do, damn if I don't.
The hell? I don't have to show you my memory if I want.
They're like, oh, I bet you anything he doesn't want to show his memories from last night because he was watching porn. Things like that. Like,
hey, bro.
Damn if
I'm just saying.
But we go through that as it is, like
exactly
when we don't want to answer, people automatically assume it's just at a different scale now.
I don't know. I feel like the video scale is what makes me uncomfortable. That other people can.
I think it's going that far is what. I know we do it now, but if we made it easier, I guess, in a way,
like more accessible,
then it'd just be like, I guess the truth is hard to swallow.
No, it is.
And I know, like,
but I love the truth though.
The truth is great, but
like Frosted Flakes.
Like also the truth is also doesn't taste good either, and like when you cross that line,
I agree.
But all right.
It tastes good. Like in the
I feel like there's just a line we
the,
just can't cross.
This is what I don't like about society. The truth, I hate hearing, oh, the truth is hard.
Yeah.
Brutal honesty. Like, is the truth supposed to be brutal? Is honesty supposed to be brutal? Isn't a lie brutal?
They're both brutal. And trust me, I agree. I would want the truth as well. I don't want to be lied to. I want the truth.
Okay.
I just don't want to cross that line.
But what line are we crossing?
I think we're going too far. We're delving into the privacy. Like, we're delving into things we shouldn't be delving into.
Yeah, I'm like, when is it now that we're just checking in to we're gonna go into every private thing you've ever done in your life.
The internet.
Okay, so yes, the internet has some flaws, but like, what is considered an invasion of privacy at that point?
And so, like, when investigators are like, they find a dead body, they're just gonna look through the memories at that point, and like, that. But like, should we really cross that far? Like, to look into their own memory, see every aspect of their life from childhood to adult to when they died.
Well,
it'll help people with people who are seeing therapists a lot. It'll help therapists a lot.
And they will they do it now, even though
I just hope we're responsible to
every
use
detail.
this.
They look into your life.
It just seems like it's such an abuse
Because I
power.
feel like that's if we're responsible to use that. That's the same thing with androids. If we're not responsible to treat androids right, then we have no right
create them at all.
making them. So if we're not responsible enough to use this technology
For good.
right for good,
But we are.
no, like the memory.
Are we responsible with this?
No.
Exactly. We're not responsible with anything we use, our cars, our phones.
And if
even
we keep
having
going
a job.
too far and making things where it can cause even more damage, then we shouldn't keep going.
Ethan, we're already messed up, man.
Yeah,
We are.
Let's just
to be honest, like, we live in a fallen world, bro. Where there's no.
That's why I'm moving to an island. Not really, but
We'll buy a private.
But
island,
I was
when the world goes
with Liam.
to garbage, we'll get an island.
My heart is
That'd be
for him,
cool.
bro. This is like, damn, this girl hurt you so much, like with the lies. Ugh. I just wanted her to, like, I don't know, bro, like, go somewhere. I don't know. I felt like slapping her. I don't know.
Oh man!
But I love this episode. This is one of my favorite episodes, bro.
Yeah, we gotta go to
Like,
season 3.
I always recommend this episode for any newbies, bro.
Season 3 definitely has some of my favorite episodes. I wish we could talk about that,
Yeah.
but another time.
But anything
Don't
else
worry, next
about
week.
the entire history of you?
It was a good episode.
Good episode.
I like the episode.
I can't watch it without squirming. So
Really? Why? What was so
why?
squirmy about it?
Exactly. I think the national anthem was squirmy, but go ahead.
I can understand.
Why is it
Go ahead.
squirmy?
Yeah.
it's squirmy because of just I don't want everyone to see my thoughts or my memories.
But the thing is, they don't have to.
I
and, like,
know they don't.
It would feel better if it wasn't. Because like, imagine if the guy was wrong. I feel like it wouldn't be as squirmy because like you were proven wrong. You see, this technology just fooled you. But the fact that the technology helped prove that
Mhm.
this could work, seeing memories that you could find the truth through this,
Mhm.
and like again, it's just going that far to seek the truth, no matter who it hurts.
And I don't know. Sometimes I feel like not every truth is worth hearing. In a way,
Man,
I disagree with that.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong.
It's worth.
I love the truth and I advocate for people telling the truth, but there are some things that when you find out the truth, did you really feel like it was worth all of it? Like all of the nasty thing you might find out about someone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because what if they're no longer like that? But now that you know that truth, you hold it above them because now they've ruined something about themselves and they're like, that was in the past, that's not me anymore, but now you know. And that's not fair.
If that person is holding something above you, then hey, you should leave or end that relationship because that's
Exactly.
not right.
Mhm.
Because you're supposed to be honest with each other up front. Like if you're holding a secret from intimate partner or intimate relationship, whatever you want to define it as, then it just means that you're hiding part of yourself, and I don't think you'll be completely satisfied with yourself. Just an
I
opinion.
agree.
And I think, it takes time. When you find out the truth, of course it hurts, but it takes time to heal and stuff like that. But if you lied to me for years,
I'm not saying like for years.
I'm just saying, if you lied to me for years and I found out the truth, I'm like, damn, like that will mess up like me even more. If you told me the truth up front, I'm like, okay, cool, let's work on it.
How would you be able to like? Did they have to ask people like Liam had to ask her to show the memories. He couldn't really just go into when she's asleep.
Exactly.
couldn't
I have to have your consent to see the memories.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
If you're alive.
the device works on like your fingerprint or something, so you can't even use it for yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
So it got some safety nets there, so you can't grab someone's memory and take it.
Yeah.
But damn, how he saw her have sex with the dude was like, show me.
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
damn.
yo, did you use a condom? She's like, yes, I did. And then boom, the
It's
baby
like,
isn't yours.
Is the baby's mine and stuff like that. This is crazy.
Yes.
And in a way,
And
because what if he did keep going with the lie, believing that was his child?
Exactly.
yeah, it's
Kept
just like,
going with this
It
lie.
ain't Maury, bruh.
He ain't the father, Maury.
So like, it's tricky because thinking about it
It is
now,
a very tricky line.
I feel like he did deserve to know the truth because living that life, living a life fabricated by other people, it's like you're living a life, and that's something you didn't create yourself or you didn't help to create.
Yeah, man, that's tough. It's tough.
And I guess like I wouldn't want to be fooled like that either.
And I think this with the technology they use, this episodes work the best with a cheating spouse and stuff like that. I think if they would have done something different, it wouldn't have been as good.
Yeah,
That's why it makes people squirm and like because that's when you hit that hard like trust because that's when people. That's a high topic or like high thing people
That's
have
a hot
trust issues
topic
with.
that people have a lot of issues with.
Relationships? Come on, bro.
Relationships are scary, and
Yeah.
people don't want to like find out that their significant other is a cheating bitch, and like like
Relationships are scary.
it's a tough pill to swallow when it comes to relationships and finding out that your significant other is cheating on you,
Hell yeah.
whether it be a physical or an emotional thing.
Yep.
And you know what fixes it all? The words, but I love you, baby. I love you.
No.
We heard it
Not
multiple times in this episode. I
Exactly.
love you. I love you. Do you?
Really?
You love
like,
me
it
enough
was
to
one
lie to
time.
me? One
One time.
I mean, okay, I get it that you cheated. You feel me? But you don't have to continue lying to me. Like, just tell me you cheated. We'll work on it.
It's
but the fact that
the baby
you kept on lying,
and the baby's not yours. It's not the fact that she only cheated. That like the baby's not yours, yo. Like, and you had unprotected sex with this man. I don't want to hear. Oh, I got drunk. No, you know what you were doing.
for real, bro. And she almost deleted it too.
Yeah. So boom. Like
that's crazy.
I don't know,
bro.
It's
Like I said, this is
it's a tough episode,
tough.
but I liked it though. I
I
enjoyed
loved it. I loved it, bro.
I like that. That's where I just like truths, hard truths. I love anything involving around the
Exposure.
truth. Yes, because
Expose the truth.
those are what I'm insecure about.
I guess I have to
when-
be in the shoes.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I was in his shoes, then yeah, I feel like he is very much justified for what he did.
No, he is 100%.
Nah, like that's what I'm attracted to. That's what I'm insecure about. I don't like people lying to me. I hate it. And so
I
when I
hate it
see
too.
things, shows or movies like this, I get excited. I'm like, hell yeah.
That's why this is one of my top episodes. bro.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be completely neutral about it. I don't feel one way or the other.
You
'Cause
shall
I
take
can,
a side, Tori.
Yeah, bro. I
I can see so many pros and cons, and like it just scares me that I would have to like one day possibly think about having an implant like that in my own head.
I'm staying implant free. Implant free.
Now,
If I have
I'm
to deal with
sorry.
androids, I
Bro.
will give them the.
No,
I will
I'd
treat them like
Listen,
any
I'd
human
rather,
being.
Listen, I'd rather had this technology than androids, bro. I'm sorry. I need this technology, bro.
Let's go back to cavemen.
All right. So all right. So here's a little twist. So if we had androids that recorded us 24/7 and they could play back our day, would you guys be accepting of that?
No.
No.
Because like they could.
I'm not accepting of an implant. I'm sure as hell not as accepting of something that looks human watching me record me all day.
But the
And
thing
where's
is-
that recording going to?
But here's the thing. They're going to record anyway because they're androids. They're computers. How else
Yeah,
they going to...
they're gonna have to remember.
Yeah,
things
how
you
else
tell
they're going to
them.
remember? So you're going to have to go back in their brain.
As long as it's not like the government like is looking through the eyes of these androids.
It has to get government approved.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Like there's a database for these things right here.
Exactly. What
I know our iPhones have databases.
technology and
Yeah.
your internet,
Well,
like...
I'm gonna bring something up. So there's a documentary called Terms and Conditions. It's on Netflix. It's an original,
Oh,
and it talks about how in the U.S. we don't know where our information is being sold to or where it's going.
yep.
Mhm.
But in Europe, you can request a dossier of where all your info is going. So a man had Facebook for about 3 years, but he hardly posted or anything on it. And so he deleted his Facebook and he requested a dossier of who was selling his information on Facebook. He received a stack of papers like this high of papers of where he started his Facebook, where his information was being sold to the point where he deleted his Facebook. So that dossier had everything, and he still had more paperwork after his Facebook was gone.
That's crazy.
What do they even do with? I guess for ads.
No, for ads and selling them. No, it's a whole bunch of stuff.
But yeah,
And cookies.
check out terms and conditions if you want to see something that's
No.
truly frightening like that. Seeing who and what people are doing to sell your
Terms and
stuff.
conditions. Got it. Let me put it on my list.
It's a Netflix original documentary talking about how people don't read terms and conditions, so you don't know
Nope.
truly what your stuff is going to, and how we as the people, terms and conditions can change without us even knowing.
Yeah, but the messed up part about the whole terms and conditions thing, you have to hit accept to use the phone
Anything.
or
yeah.
anything. That's the messed up part, or else just don't use it.
And nowadays,
have everything or have nothing at all.
exactly.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you have to have like they force you technology on you now. Like the hell.
You have to like press OK. Like every time I get an update from my PlayStation,
That
I have to
terms
press
and
a-
conditions
yeah.
may apply. That's the documentary.
look, Ethan. Ethan's just like, oh my god! Every time I'm here, like I just hear more and more. That's his face.
Bro, it's like this world is. Oh my god! I still want to go back in my bubble. That was Ethan thing.
I don't want to go back in my bubble, but like I'm gonna. You see, the thing about life is that you can create your own impact and tell your own message of how the world should be in many ways, through art, through me wanting to write cartoons. The way I think I want to write cartoons, and one of my ideas for cartoons, I guess a lesson is just you can make anybody. Don't judge people just how they appear, because they could be a complete different type of person. Because like I was gonna have a character be the silly bully in the beginning, but then he turns out being one of the friends of the main characters, and he's not the type of stereotypical person you think he is. So you can tell these lessons and kind of change the way the world is through anything you do, really, through art or whatever you do.
And that's true. Media has a very impactful way of
Yeah, they do.
shaping the world.
So instead of like accepting the world as
pros and
this
cons.
stinky, disgusting, evil place, I can leave an impact and be like, hey, look, at least I left an impact and changed someone's mind. So I guess that's what living life is worth, because I don't want to stay in my bubble and just be around things I accept or ideas I accept without changing the world and just being later consumed by it without even affecting people.
We don't want to be fallen sheep.
Yeah, if I want to live life and create an impact in someone's life and do that. I think that's what life's worth living for, and improve myself as well.
Yeah, I agree.
And I will do that by not putting a probe and like thing in
In my head.
in my head and like replaying memories. I'll get me stuck.
All right.
All right, let's get to the next episode.
that's
it.
it.
That's
Is that it?
Yeah,
That's
Black
it.
Mirror.
Oh my
Just
God.
3 episodes a
I
season.
forgot how short season 1 was.
Let's only have 3 episodes.
I wish we could talk about season 2 or season 3.
Unfortunately, we have to catch up on season 2. Someone have to catch
I
up on
have
season
to.
2.
You can say my name. I have to catch up.
on
Season 3 has
Passive
one.
Naming
aggressive.
names, but I think it's
Yes.
that guy.
Season 3 has one of my favorite episodes of all time. Black Mirror. San Junipero is the best.
Oh yeah, we gotta
episode.
talk about that.
I
But we
have not made it to season 3 yet.
Oh, then
Like
So-
San
So
Junipero
Tori-
has so much.
I was halfway through season 2 before I stopped because Sif was like, I can't keep watching this anymore. And I was going through.
I don't know. You
Listen,
could go through,
listen,
man.
some people can't binge this. I binged
I can. Yeah,
Black Mirror, bro.
I love Black Mirror.
I was binging Black Mirror, man. I was just. going
That is my
through.
type. That's my food.
And like sometimes it could be emotionally and physically draining on you.
I mean,
and
sometimes
whatnot,
I have to call you after play
Yeah.
test because there's sometimes like, no, Elijah, what is this?
and I love Charlie Brooker, bro.
He's a good writer.
He's
He's a great
he's
writer.
an amazing writer, bro. And the way he envision the world and how society is crazy, bro. And it's like there's a lot of truth to it,
Yeah, like
Right.
a lot of the scenarios in Black Mirror could very well happen in our reality, and
Maybe.
it is frightening.
Oh, and
Maybe they're
with,
getting us ready for it.
China, I think China, nosedive where
They were testing
Yeah,
like I have to
per-
get likes.
yeah, likes and stuff like that. China actually doing that or
Yeah.
having a process of something like that. That's
So
crazy.
It's a like system.
Yeah, like system. That's crazy. Like
That- I
Public
feel like-
executions, like or dislike.
oh my god.
It's possible.
I'm dead. Let's actually get an island for real.
Yeah, you
For
mean
real.
we'll save up enough money to buy a private island.
Yeah.
With Scott,
Yeah, with
you
Scott.
guys got rich. Too bad when
Or
we
go be by
consumed.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with Scott
yeah,
from Diamond
you better
International.
learn how to hump before y'all eat each other.
No, we'll have androids make our food, and we'll love it and share.
We'll love and appreciate them.
Yeah, but
And we'll have an android polar bear.
let's wrap up.
He'll be our seed.
We're only doing season 1. This podcast, some people didn't finish the other seasons.
You could say my name.
I said there's some people they already know it's Fritz.
I'm not some people. I'm one person.
No, Tori didn't finish season 3 and half of season 2. So and I want to I want to watch season 2 and 3. Again.
I'll have to watch 4 too, so I have some more insight.
Yo, you guys are behind on season 5.
Oh, shut up.
You went to the future. There was a future.
Yeah,
Ethan?
it's not as good.
Ethan of the future.
Yeah. But if you haven't watched Black Mirror yet, watch it. It's an amazing.
I highly
show.
recommend it.
It's an I think it's a dark anthology, so nothing's the same.
Yeah, you can start any episode, any season.
Episode. Actually, Netflix they start you off like on season 4. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But follow us, Fate Podcast. Email us, fatepodcasters@gmail.com. If you have any recommendations, if you have anything you would like us to review, we'll talk about it. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
See ya.
Oreos.
Oh, Oreos! Oreos!
You got that phone call from
Oreos!
Oreos yet?